Hello and welcome back to Von Millison Plays Darkfall, the journal. We had just been exploring George Crabtree's room, and we had been looking at this box with the monarchs on it, so I just wanted to head off and see if we could locate the rest of their names. And there is also this door at the end of the hall. Maybe we should check out here first. Oh good lord. So there actually is quite a bit more up here. And there's the other painting. Right, I'm going to head downstairs though very briefly and check out her portrait. No, see, look, it won't let me zoom in there, so I can't see for sure what her number is. Let me go downstairs and yeah, whispering ghosts. Yeah, you're all so spooky. Check out this guy's number. So he was Henry V. Okay, so I had that bit remembered correctly. So let's head back upstairs and check out the other end of the corridor. Okay, let's check out this door first. Okay, that's not coming from my doohickey. I think that might be a radio over in the corner, but let's see what we've got. So, nothing major on this wall. Again, no light switch. So we can examine the lamp. Ghosts, Myths and Legends of the Southwest by Christine Smith. This curious tale has been part of local folklore for several hundred years. It tells the story of a local yeoman farmer's son, born at Birchton Farm close to the large village of Dowerton around 1625. Brought up a devout Protestant, he espoused Cromwell's parliamentary cause and joined the Model Army. Full of righteous fervour, he fought bravely in several battles at the start of the Civil War. Young Tom Oliver had become disillusioned, as had many young men, with Cromwell's cause. By 1647, even Cromwell himself had lost sight of his grand plan and was vacillating dangerously while his troops watched helplessly on, cold, tired, and feeling the effects of their long campaign. They waited in vain for food and pay. Tom Oliver and close friend Will Thomas seemed to have talked themselves into deserting Cromwell's troops, and they had planned to return to their home. They fled across sodden countryside, resting and hiding in ditches and hedgerows as they could. Cromwell had already posted several troops to deal with deserters from his rapidly diminishing army. Almost starving, Tom Oliver and his comrade-in-arms, Will, were unlucky enough to be ambushed just outside Dowerton. Hurried through the day and pursued across the landscape they knew so intimately, they had no time to rest or draw breath. Tom was wounded in the leg by a parting shot. In the dead of that fateful night, Tom and Will were able to sneak into the cellars of the inn at Dowerton. Exhausted and bleeding, the stench of sour ale sent his already battered senses reeling. Will Thomas, fearing that his friend was about to expire, and also too weary to flee further, made the decision to give his friend up to the pursuing troop and save himself in the process. Leaving Tom bleeding, Will promised to return with help forthwith. On his return with the pursuing troops, they found no trace of Tom Oliver, only a pool of his congealing blood. He was never seen or heard of again. 2 centuries later, local landowner Gabriel Crabtree decided that the site of the old inn, long since abandoned, was long overdue for development. He had plans to rebuild the inn to cater to the increase in passing travellers en route to London from the southwest by rail. The foundations of the old inn were found to be strong and sound and did not need excavation or replacement. Local workmen were hired and the work began without delay. Some weeks into the build, stories began to get back to Gabriel. The workmen swore that they heard a pain-filled voice calling out in the night. When closely questioned later, they all reported that the voices seemed to be calling out for someone, but who it was they could not tell, as the voice was lost in the spring air. A number of Dorset people had been frightened by the phantom Bronze Age horseman of Bottlebrush Down, who rides past the ancient barrow on the site. Those that have seen the ghost include an archaeologist who came upon a spectral horseman about half a century ago, a cloaked figure riding without stirrups. Since stirrups were unknown until the 4th century AD, the ghost belongs to a very early period of history. Some regard its costume as that of a warrior chieftain of 1600 BC. The prehistoric stone memorials of Dorset are an eternal reminder of its ancient past. The imagination is stirred by the grey mare and her colts on the Black Down north of Portisham, and also by the mysterious Hela stone, which relates to northern European Hela, the monster appointed by Odin to preside over the realms of the dead. Similar guardian spirits protecting the ancient earthwork can be found across the southwest. Interesting, so that was the same story that was kind of in the poem on the wall of the bar. The English Civil War in Dorset by Edward Johnson, and nothing else. Okay. Very interesting. Let's examine the radio. Okay, nearly getting music there. Okay.
Ness, west by north 3, 19 miles, 1027.
The shipping forecast.
Slowly. Bridlington, east northeast 1, 11 miles, 1027, rising slowly. Sandetti light vessel automatic, northeast 5.
As you do. Okay, unfortunately there doesn't seem to be a way to turn it off entirely.
5.
So let's just tune back to some of this slightly jollier music. Okay, we have some sheepy fluffs and some people bare-ass naked fighting somewhere. Okay, let's see what's on the table here. The Dorchester Messenger, published weekly. Police search for missing child. Police have requested help from the public to aid in the search for a child who went missing last Thursday, 19th of April. Timothy Pike was last seen playing around the entrance to the East Tunnel outside Dowerton station. It is not known whether he entered the tunnel, but appears to have gained entrance on previous occasions. Station Master Christopher Hinton has searched both the west and east tunnels, but to no avail. Local police have now stepped up the search to include land around the station and farmland belonging to the Crabtree family. The Pike family, originally from London, have offered a small reward for any information leading to the finding of Timothy. His mother, June, said, "He is only 11 years old, he may be trapped or lost somewhere, so please look in your outhouses, barns, sheds. He must be somewhere." Floods expected. The Weather Office, WDO, in Dorchester has warned that the worst of the rain may not be over. Farmers are preparing themselves for another hazardous weekend and have asked for the support of the government in the form of military assistance. The storms are expected to last well into next month, disrupting the lambing season. Advice is available from your local post office or police station. Full weight without the packet. Keen. Okay. So we didn't really learn much there other than that little Tim's mums is called June. So let's just leave that room and head across the hall. Ooh. Lighting changed when we came in here. And there's a... oh no, it's a wardrobe. I was thinking there's another door in here. Okay, well this room is somewhat interesting. Oh, happy day. Oh, our thing is twitching. Electromagnetic source within 2 meters. Oh, happy day and memories of Scunthorpe. Well, oh, happy day I've heard. I'm not sure about memories of Scunthorpe. That title isn't ringing a bell. And I don't see any tweakable, turnable, hidden nodules on either of those frames. Let's have a look at the desk. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, I guess. Clearly some of the ringers inside, or the bells, are busted. Swallows and Amazons by somebody, and I don't see what the lower book is. Oh, we can open the drawer. But I can't actually click on those things, so hopefully they're not important. They look like little musical staffs with notes on them or something. And I can't click on that drawer. Okay, clearly this person is interested in music. And there's more musical notation on the wall here. Can't look at the window area, so I guess we just walk forward. Good Old Dow Ale and on Hastings Pier. Again, can't interact here. Nothing at that wall. We're not seeing anything else there that we didn't really see before. Although there's clearly 3 drawers and I only interacted with 2, I thought. So there's the very top one. Okay, I can't interact differently with that, so it is just those 2. Alright. So what have we got here? We have this table. Pen and a lamp and some bottles. Knocked over. Oh, what have we got here? Oh. Some ghost letters. Dearest Thomas, I'm dead nervous. I've done one of these music nights before, but I do not recall me being so scatty. I'm a bundle of nerves. I think it's that horrible song that I've been practicing, though I still hate it. It's dead common. I hope you'll be alright in that empty room. I've left you a pack of cards and some beer. Musical memories should end about midnight, and then I'll be straight up to get that cuddle you promised me. My mum seems a bit melancholy tonight. She's listening to that blasted old song on her gramophone over and over again. At least she hasn't got it as loud as it was. In fact, I can hardly hear it. She must have the volume down very low. Thank goodness. I nearly forgot to say I will get a short break during the interlude, so I might be able to leave the bar for a time. I cannot come to see you in case anyone sees me. My mum would have heart failure if she knew you were staying here. So if you need anything, leave me a note in the storeroom. I'll find it. Whatever you do, do not open the door unless it is me. That fly woman that's staying here is a right nosy cow. She might go poking around while we are all in the bar. Try and have a good time. I'll be up as soon as I can. Love, Betty. P.S. Where did you tell your dad you were going? He might be in the bar tonight. Most of the village will be. Okay. Interesting. There's a trombone here. We have some notes. Needs practice. Don't get the breeze up. Neats up Mother Brown. No, knees up Mother Brown. Joe Brown. So there's clearly a sequence of notes here. So let me just quickly jot this down. Okay. Because I'm assuming we can't take this with us. It's interesting that it lets me turn this at so many different angles. I'm not really sure why that's the case. You can only look at that paper note at the very last turn, so maybe that's what it's about. I don't know. Seems suspicious. Okay, and there's nothing else to do there. And we can't look at the wardrobe. There's nothing else to do there with the mirror. Can't look that way. Looked that way already. Already looked at those two. Okay, then I think we are done for here. So down the corridor we go. Check out these final two rooms. It seemed like a nice little musical interlude. Do we have a piano? We don't. Oh, we have a light switch again. Can't interact with it. Local music night is a success. A truly wonderful evening was had by all at the last Musical Memories night at the Station Hotel in the village of Dowerton. Presented by landlord Frank Penfold, local musicians were invited to attend and play new and traditional pieces to a local and visiting crowd. The hotel, situated immediately next to the station, was busy with visitors stopping over before travelling on to Cornwall. Owner of the hotel, George Crabtree, said, "We will be having many more of those nights. It is a marvellous opportunity for local musicians and singers." Okay. So I wonder if this might be like Edith's room or somebody. Now we could examine something here. Okay, what have we got? All right. Hairbrush, glasses, the bottles, a music box with a note. "Mum, do remember to remove the Carrington clock from room 2B. I'm sure I heard that stroppy tart from London fiddling with it. There's nothing in it, but I don't want her thinking she's all clever and stuff. Betty. P.S. I hope she goes soon. She was telling that Mr. Verney that the photographs in her room were grim. Cow." Now 2B, pretty sure that is Matilda's flight room, and we did also manage to open the clock, and that's where we found one of the symbol notes, so we already know what that's about. Let's close that, and doesn't seem to be anything else I can do here, so let's back up. We can open the drawer. Wise eating in wartime. Kitchen front broadcasts 4. Okay. And a book of some variety. Photo album. My dining room outfit, 1938. My summer hostess outfit. Frank and I dressed for church, 1938. Betty in new work attire. Betty. Maud, me and Frank Hastings, 1940. Me and Frank on holiday in Hastings, 1940. Our last holiday together. They played our tune that night in the Castle Hotel. It was lovely. So Frank only went and bought a copy at the music shop the next day. Bless him, I've still got it too. That must be the record that she was listening to on repeat. Oh, no more to it? No, okay. Okay, let's have a look at these pictures.
Are you the one carrying on George's work? If so, you should know that there are 12 of those weird symbols. I had one, Betty had one, the guests had one each too. Not all of them remain anymore. Lost, destroyed, or taken. It knows what you're doing, you'll have to be careful. My symbol is in my room. You'll find it. If you have a song in your heart. Can you sing? I love a good song. Frank loved a good song too. Bless him. I'm going now. The others are waiting. They're waiting for you too. Listen, love, don't join them. It already has your brother. Pete, isn't it? Sad it is. So young, it's not right. It's listening now to everything I tell you. You'd better be careful.
Well, it sounds like a jolly good time to save my game, don't you think? So, if we have a song in our heart, now obviously that's not the mother that's talking there. This is the mother's room, I'm pretty sure. the other room that we were just in with the musical strips and stuff, that was the lady who was just talking, and we haven't found her symbol yet. She says we'll have a good song in our heart. So might need to go back and check that room again. I don't want to click on her again. That's obviously the mother, and that's obviously the girl Betty that was just talking to us. All right. Well, I guess the great evil knows where we are and what we're doing. Let's have a look at this shelf. We have a glowing photo. A little light music. Bond Street music. A little light music. Last days of summer on Hastings Pier. Oh, to be in England. Something to remember me by. The weeping willow. The endless days of spring. The river love does flow for you. I feel for only you. Milk, honey, and sunshine. A dawning day of mine. All back to mine. Cotton candy. Oh, my sweet, my forever. The end is never the end. Now there are numbers beside these as well, and I know on Hastings Pier is one of the ones in the other room, number 2, but I don't recognize the other song, so it's possibly a red herring, or it's just a sleeve for this record. Now we have to put the arm across. Wonder why I couldn't move the arm. Like, I can click on it, or at least it turns into the finger, and you can hear the record scratching is repeating. God, that's loud. Right, I wonder... that was just a very little snippet of the audio. I wonder if we need to find... I wonder if we need to find the short piece that was on the trumpet in the other room. Which should just be a bit of an upward scale. I think that's probably it. Oh, there's a volume. So can I walk away with that playing? I can. So if we go back across the hall. Was it this room? It was. Can't hear, because she had said this in her letter that she could hear her mother's gramophone from here, so I was kind of hoping we could hear whatever tune we had set in the other room over here, but I guess not. And she did say if we had a song in our heart at all, we would find her symbol. She said her symbol was in her room. She's always fond of a bit of music. And like there's these, which clearly look like bits of a musical bar. Is there anything changing in the room here? No. I sense I'm missing something, but I'm not sure what. Okay, and the gramophone stopped when I left the room. Okay. Oh, you once said she did have it down very low, so maybe that's a clue? I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something here. There doesn't seem to be anything else I can do. Okay, well, let me move on to the next room. Actually, let me check out the next room in the next episode, because this one appears to be locked. Actually, no, hang on. There's not much left here, so let's just check this out very quickly. We can't see this guy's name either. I feel I recognize that painting though, like from the real world. So I may look that up online, but that's definitely one of the former kings of England, I believe. So we might be able to brute force the other puzzle. The box with the 3 kings things on it. That's a very fancy lamp. So what have we got in here? We'll just check out these 2 bathrooms briefly, and then that'll be the end of this episode. Oh, so I can see them. So I can tilt the lamp to see a crystal. So the taps, or a lamp, or nothing, or the sink. Interesting. Definitely feels like this is the room of mirrors. We can't examine this sink. This is a very fancy bathroom, by the way. We can examine the cupboard here. Sort of. In that we can open it, but that appears to be about the extent of it. I don't see anything else that we can do there. No. We can't examine these items. No. Can't examine the toilet. Or the lamp. Or the towel rail. Or this other mirror. Or anything else here. And that wall is blank. So we can only... that's irritating. There we go. We can only slightly tweak and adjust these things. So there's that sink. There's that lamp. Oh, aha. 0020, 0090, 005, 0040. Okay, I have no concept as to what that is in relation to. But let me jot that down real quick. Okay. Noted. Can't click or otherwise interact. Okay, and that seems to be all to do in here. So now we have... There's nothing in that corner to interact with. I can't look at this painting at all. Nope. There's There's nothing in that corner to interact with, so we only have this door. Uh-oh. This seems ominous. It's another storeroom. Examine these shelves. Vad Mecum. Sophie's soap. Okay, we can go up, but I really don't want to. Nothing on that wall, nothing there, so let's head down this way. Okay. Mum, the water tank is playing up again. I think we should call the plumbers. Please, I don't want a repeat of last time. That filthy water ruined all the stock in the storeroom. What's the number for the plumber? I'll call him. Anyway, apart from that, I've done the stock check too. Nothing much to report, except that someone is coming in here and moving stuff around. Nothing is missing, which is what makes it really strange. So, what? We have a thief that doesn't like none of our stuff. That's a bit insulting. They haven't even touched the towels. It took me hours to sew the station name onto each one of them, and what happens? No one wants to nick them. Should be pleased, I suppose. Anyway, about this strange thief, somehow they are getting in here without my key. You haven't lent it to anyone recently, have you? I can't think of any other explanation, unless it's one of George's ghosts. That would be funny. A ghost that likes to tidy up shelves of cosmetic products. Betty. P.S. I hate to moan, but I cannot practice while you listen to your music so loud. If I'm not ready for music night, we'll both look like fools. I know why you like that song so much, and I want you to listen to it, but please, please keep it down tonight. I need to blow my trumpet. Oh, what a joke. Stock list. Soap. Supplier. Krober's household. Supplies Dowerton 376. Current count 10 packets. Toilet roll. Supplier Krober's household supplies Dowerton 376. Ask for Tommy. Current count 8 packets. Some complaints about texture though. May need different brand. Shampoo supplier knows cosmetic products. London 5282. Only deliver on Tuesdays. Current count 4 packets. Maybe some missing. Towels. No need for new towels. Soften the existing ones. Current count all present. Huh? Is there something wrong with them? Normally people nick them. Bed linen. One full bed set was soiled last. Room 2E. Haha. I'm pretty sure that is... hang on, let me check who was in room 2E. Oh, that was a Verney. Oh, I thought that was going to be Miss Fly. Interesting. What have we got here? Krober household goods. Discount card 0017. And Noah's Fine Hair Products. London 5282. Okay, well those are the two suppliers. There's another one, the frog paintings from Mr. Verney's room. This is, I guess, this is where they keep spare room art. Also some more spare lamps, like in the place downstairs. We can turn to the side. Oh, there's a key in the kettle. That must be for one of the rooms, but I think we've come across 1 or 2 locked rooms so far, so I'm not sure exactly which one. And that appears to be that. Look. Okay. That appears to be that. Can't look at this shelf from this side. So there's a ladder up into the attic. But I'm going to leave it there for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Von Millhausen Plays Darkfall, the Journal.